Let's talk about spread betting accounts. Here in the UK, we are absolutely blessed to have spread betting accounts. Why? Because they are free of capital gains tax. Yes, you heard correctly. They are free of capital gains tax. Now, you may already be familiar with this and are already trying to take advantage of this opportunity, but probably not doing as well as you would like. And that is very, very, very common. We're going to address this in today's recording. My name is Zahir Anwari and I'm the co-founder of SublimeTrading.io. We've helped hundreds of private investors over the past 10 plus years profit from trends in the markets through our simple to learn methodology. I also write for a number of publications, including benzinga.com, and I'm regularly invited to guest speak on our expertise, which is helping everyday people skyrocket their stocks performance with a particular focus on their next 3 to 5 years. Now, around the rest of the world, they have something similar to spread betting accounts called CFD accounts, which we also have here in the UK, but spread betting is unique to the UK. And as already mentioned, spread betting is free of capital gains tax here in the UK. So we're extremely fortunate to have access to them and a reason to learn to use them correctly. Unfortunately, and very unfairly, spread betting has built a bit of a bad reputation, and we want to turn this understanding on its head and see a spread betting account for what it is, which is one of the most powerful investment vehicles available to us today. I've been using spread betting accounts since 2007, and it is the primary investment vehicle that we train our community members on, and it's also one of the main reasons why people join Sublime Trading. Ultimately, what they want to do is take advantage of this opportunity of tax-free returns, and they want to do it consistently and safely. But it does not just stop there, guys, in terms of tax-free returns. With spread betting accounts, the functionality is unbelievable, and that is also what makes them so attractive. So let's switch over to the slides and go into all of this in more detail. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, why spread betting and CFD accounts? CFD stands for Contract for Differences. Well, first and foremost, they offer an excellent array of global assets. UK stocks, US stocks, commodities and currencies. That's the Forex market. Some spread betting accounts may also offer you, say, for example, treasury bonds or cryptocurrencies. But your foundation should really be made up of the core assets of UK stocks, US stocks, commodities and currencies. Now, a good broker account, a good spread betting or CFD account will give you access to all of these. Over 8,000 potential assets. Some broker accounts may be limited to Forex. Others may offer you just a very basic list of UK stocks. Ultimately, it's not a very great place to start. It's not a great place to start because what you want is access to every single potential asset you could invest in. That's over 8,000 if you combine everything across all markets. And then through a scanning and analysis process, you then want to filter down to the best 5 to 10 that make it into your portfolio. You then hold on to those assets for 12, 18, 24 months. And then when market conditions change, take your profit, rebalance your portfolio, go back to the top of the filter and go through that process again. Go through the 8,000 through a scanning and analysis process. The next 5 to 10 will drop out the bottom. They make it into your portfolio, and round and round and round you go. The place to start is by having access to all of those potential assets you could invest in. If a broker account is limiting you, then you may want to reconsider that broker account. So we want a good broker account, and there are a couple that we use here at Sublime Trading, some very, very good broker accounts that we recommend to our members that offer every single potential asset that we could invest in. So there's absolutely no limit. So that's one of the first places to start. An excellent, good spread betting and CFD accounts have an excellent array of global assets. Next, they are leveraged, so you need less money to get started. What does that mean? What that means is that you do not need to put up the whole cost of an asset. So let's say a stock may be £100 or $100. You may only need to put up £10 or $10, but you still have the weight, the full weight of the cost of that stock. So if the cost of that stock is $100, you put up $10, you still have the weight of $100 behind you. These are leveraged vehicles. Now, what most people end up finding out is that leverage not only works for you, it works against you. And the reason why people end up finding out that leverage works against them is because of the way they're using them, which is greed as the primary driver. What we want to do is learn to embrace leverage and learn to use it correctly through good risk management, good exit management principles. If you do it correctly, you'll be handsomely rewarded. And remember, for tax-free returns, once upon a time, you needed hundreds of thousands of pounds to start investing. It was a playground for the rich to get richer. The online space has totally leveled the playing field. So we have wonderful opportunities such as spread betting and CFD accounts that allow people to get investing with far less money. And you can still see phenomenal returns. So learn to embrace leverage. Don't fear it, embrace it. And the way to embrace it is learn to use it correctly. Competitive cost to create a portfolio. Because we live in an online space, there's literally a new broker popping up every single day. And that's driven the costs of owning these global assets down to the cost of a coffee. So you can own gold for next to nothing, or you can invest in gold for next to nothing. You can invest in UK and US stocks for next to nothing. So you can put a top performing portfolio that returns you phenomenal tax-free returns for minimal costs. Now, the way to look at costs, guys, is that it's just part and parcel of doing business. Whether you've got an online business or an offline business, there are overheads. With online business, it may be a bunch of software that you're using. Offline businesses, you may have a warehouse, you'll have staff. Ultimately, these are overheads. So same with a portfolio. Broker costs are part and parcel of doing business. However, if you learn to put your portfolio together correctly, these costs will not only be tiny in comparison to the profit you accumulate, but they will also get easily absorbed. So making them almost a secondary thought. So very competitive to cost to put a portfolio together. In addition to that, good broker accounts, now these spread betting and CFD accounts, they allow you to go long in a bull market and they allow you to go short in a bear market. This is unbelievable. So if we ever have a bear market like we had in 2000 and 2008, at the time of doing this video, we're 2022, there's been a pretty significant drop in the S&P 500, 23%. That could continue potentially, and it could materialize into a bear market. To take advantage of that, you need a spread betting or a CFD account so you can short the market. You can't do that in traditional broker accounts. So spread betting accounts and CFD accounts do not limit you at all. In fact, they completely open up the direction that you want to go in terms of making money. Next up, you have a comprehensive set of asset management tools. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, good broker accounts, good spread betting and CFD accounts, they allow you to manage your risk. They allow you to manage your stop losses, your exit management. Everything is there. So the fact that people are losing money and vast sums of money, even though the functionality is readily there, means it's not because they are using spread betting accounts, but how they are using spread betting accounts. If you learn to use spread betting accounts correctly, you'll never lose money. You'll have losses because that's part and parcel of investing. It's profit versus loss. However, you won't blow an account. Blowing an account is just an amateur approach. It's a gambler's approach. And if you have that mindset, eventually you'll lose everything for disastrous results and consequences. So play the long game, do it correctly, and you'll be handsomely rewarded. Now, this is the beauty, guys. You've got an excellent array of global assets. You've got access to an excellent array of global assets. The account is leveraged, so you need less money to get started. Costs are competitive in terms of putting a portfolio together. You can go both long and short. You have a comprehensive set of asset management tools, which means you can manage your risk, you can manage your exit. What this means is that through these accounts, you have complete control over your money. Instead of giving your money away to hedge fund managers and putting it in a tracker fund, learn to use these accounts correctly and you will be handsomely rewarded. You'll have complete control of your money. The problem is, of course, financial illiteracy. The schooling system does not teach you how to manage your money. It teaches you how to build a career. But once you start earning a good salary, it doesn't teach you what to do with that. And that's really where the responsibility falls on your shoulders to learn how to use these accounts correctly. Here at Sublime Trading, this is part and parcel of what we do. But, spread betting accounts are unbelievable. They give you complete control over your money. And once again, guys, as already mentioned, they are free of capital gains tax. I cannot say that enough. If you're achieving 30% plus every year on the money in your spread betting account, that's unbelievable returns that you can achieve over 5 to 10 years tax free. So just to touch on the unfortunate reputation, spread betting and CFD accounts have picked up a bad reputation in recent years. This is because of how people are using them, which is with greed as the primary driver through a combination of over-leveraging, over-trading, and really no process in place. Official broker figures confirm that up to 95% of spread betting users go on to blow their accounts, losing significant sums in the process. Both brokers and punters need to be accountable. If you're losing money, you have to be accountable for your decisions. But it does not have to be like this. Embrace these modern, powerful investment vehicles. Go against the herd mentality and learn to use these accounts correctly. You will be rewarded with mind-boggling returns when you never abandon the principles of sound investing, which is always to think long term. Learn to build your portfolio slowly over time, and when combined with leverage, you have a safe path to accelerate your journey towards your wealth creation and your retirement goals. Particularly focusing on those initial 3 to 5 years, but building that momentum for the rest of your life. So if you combine the principles, just to summarize this, guys, you combine the long-term principles of sound investing with leverage and with compounding and with spread betting, tax-free returns, free of capital gains tax. We believe that it is the role of every budding investor to lead the way in breaking the loop of generational financial illiteracy, replacing it with a new cycle of expert knowledge and generational wealth. And that involves you rising up, investing savvy, and breaking the financial illiteracy loop. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Where can you start your journey with us? Well, if you haven't already, complete the scorecard by clicking on the link in the description below. The link will open up into this scorecard. Are you ready to skyrocket your stock performance? Click on the link, click on this button, take the scorecard. It will take you less than 2 minutes to complete this scorecard, guys. 21 rapid fire questions that will tell you exactly where you are and the steps that you need to take to achieve the results that you want to achieve. Now, in addition to that, you will get 30 days free access to the Hot Stocks Vault. This is where we share the top 10 performing stocks for you every single week. In addition to that, you'll get a bunch of bespoke charting tools. You get a video syllabus. You'll get a stock of the month video. There's a community where you'll have direct access to myself, Collar, and other community members. It's a wonderful place to start if you want to skyrocket your stocks performance. So once again, guys, click on the link, complete the scorecard, and come through to the Hot Stocks Vault, and I will see you in the next recording.